Bhagavan. This means the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He knows everything. He has unlimited love and compassion for all souls. And he is fully capable. He has all potency to help us in every possible way. So if you become dear to such a person, then what trouble will you have? There's no problem in your life. If you have a very wealthy person, for example, in your life, and they are very affectionate towards you, then you have no problems. If you have a very powerful, influential person in your life, then you can overcome all of your difficulties very easily. And therefore, if we have the most famous, influential, powerful, intelligent person as our friend, then what problem do we have in life? And yet this is a supreme secret. And I'll just read one more verse here before we go into the Sanskrit. He says, I declare that he who studies this sacred conversation of ours worships me by his intelligence. Isn't that interesting? We can worship God with our intelligence by studying the wisdom of the scripture. So, we'll dive into text 68, if you'd like to pull that up. So you can repeat after me. Ya idam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshvabhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mame vaishyatya sanshaya. So Krishna is saying, anyone who explains this paramam guhyam, this supreme secret, to my devotees, and as I was describing, at the deepest level, we are all actually devotees of Krishna. That is our eternal identity. If one explains this supreme secret of the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita, then bhaktim mayi param kritva, one develops pure devotion. This is said to be the ultimate goal of life. There are many goals that we have in our life. We want to make money. We want to have fun. We want to have a healthy life. We want to have a good family. So many things we want. And those who are very intelligent see that actually all of these things are temporary. There's something more. And they develop this understanding of liberation or moksha, to get free from all suffering and to realize our eternal identity. But that's actually just the beginning. That's why it's said in Bhagavad Gita that among millions of people, only one person actually understands that this whole materialistic temporary life is futile. Trying to find happiness in a temporary world is like trying to hold water in your hand. You can't do it. And among those people who actually understand this and who have achieved a liberated state where they're free from all suffering, only one among many such people actually understands who God is and develops love for God. It's extremely, extremely rare. And yet, this is the ultimate goal of life. It's called prema. Prema means pure love for God. And if one has this, one feels so unimaginably joyful at every moment that they can't even contain themselves. And they fall unconscious. And they dance, and they sing, and they laugh like a crazed person. And they cry, and they shiver and shake, and there's many descriptions of specifically what happens when one is at such an elevated stage of life. So here, Krishna is saying that it's possible to achieve this by the sharing of this wisdom. And if you want something else, another bonus, he says, Mam evaishyati asangshaya. Without doubt, certainly you will come back to me. It's described in the Gita in the 15th chapter that there is a spiritual world, that this world is like a reflection. So we were talking about very intelligent people who eventually understand that this world isn't it. There's something more. Why do I have to die? Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, dosha, anudarshanam. One who is intelligent sees that birth, death, old age, disease, over and over, life after life, this is not fun. This is not a good idea. There's something more than this. I want to go beyond. And such people coming in contact with transcendental wisdom described in Bhagavad Gita can understand from chapter 15, there is another world. And that world is eternal and will never be destroyed. This whole world actually in some time will be totally destroyed. Not just Charlotte, not just United States. We might talk about nuclear holocaust, something like that. We might talk about environmental devastation, and we should go live on planet Mars. Okay, sure, maybe let's say we do that. Still, in some time, this entire universe will be wiped out. This is one among unlimited universes, according to the Vedic wisdom. And at some point in time, which is specifically described, if you'd like to know, it's going to be quite some billions of years. Everything will be wiped out. Every single universe will be destroyed. And then again will be recreated. Everything in Vedic time is cyclical. It's not just there was a big bang and then one day everything, like my understanding in modern science, they say everything, all the planets are just floating apart. There's this redshift and everything is just moving apart, and everything eventually will become so far apart that it will just become cold and dark and black. So, Big Bang beginning, and then this expansion into nothingness, practically. That's the understanding from the linear minds of Western science. But the Vedic wisdom says this world will be destroyed and then recreated eternally. But there is a world which will never be destroyed, and that is our home. That is the eternal world. And that world has unlimited variety in the same way that this world has so much variety. We have friends, family, we can go travel places. If you want, you can get on a spaceship and go to another planet. And you can become a president of a company. You can become the president of a country. There's so many things we can do. You can experience love and romance and anger, and all of this variety in this world is an illusion. But it's real because it has its real counterpart in Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. And so an intelligent person at least accepts theoretically, okay, maybe this is true. I can't say